Alrighty, YouTube. Today I want to talk about something that is a little different than my normal way of doing things. Normally I won't review a show until I've seen all of it that's aired. Also, my camera isn't focusing. Hold on, everyone. Okay, I think it's focusing now. Normally I won't review a show until I've seen all of it that's out at the moment, or all of it that's out. Like, I won't really review anything that is still airing or that I'm still watching. But with this, I'm going to be a little different, because One Piece is extremely long. Like, so long that if I made one single video on it after I finished watching the entire show, that video would take too long, because, the way my reviews work is I kind of just talk, but, since it's non-scripted, I can't really do, an hour-long video of just yapping before I start to get really redundant and repetitive. So, I'm going to avoid doing that by just talking about the certain arcs of One Piece that happen. So, for example, this video is going to be East Blue. The East Blue arc. Oh my god, the first arc, the introduction to the series. And even though I did enjoy the East Blue arc, I see the flaws in the East Blue arc. I see a lot of really boring stuff happening that a lot of people might not be able to, watch and, think, yeah, this, peak. But I did enjoy the East Blue arc. I really liked the first arc where Luffy meets Zoro and Nami. I thought that was really cool. I did really enjoy that arc. I thought it was kind of sick. I loved the fight against Lady Alvida in the very beginning. It was really cool. Oh yeah, spoilers for these arcs, by the way. I'm actually going to be talking about what happens in the show, whereas, my normal reviews would just be spoiler-free. This one's going to be spoilers. So, ooh, dang, I just did something. So yeah, I did very much enjoy the East Blue arc. Starting from the beginning, you have Luffy. He's going to be the Pirate King. That's his mission in life. He's going to be the Pirate King. He sets out on this great adventure when he turns of age or whatever, when he thinks he can start his own crew. And the first person he happens to come across is this little kid named Kobe on a ship. And granted, it's a kid. He's not joining the crew. That should be pretty self-explanatory. But he's a pirate, but he doesn't want to be a pirate. He's like a slave to the pirates. Lady Alvida basically beats the dookie out of him every time he doesn't listen. He's kind of living in fear. He's pretty much just a slave. And as any logical kid would want to do in this situation, which apparently he wanted to do it before he got in this situation, he wants to be a Marine. He wants to be like the army. He wants to stop the world in the face of evil and pirates, which is the backwards of Luffy. But still, they become pretty good friends in this situation. And what Luffy does is he's like, okay, if that's your dream, I'm going to help you follow it. Even though we'll be enemies, I'm going to help you follow your dream. So basically, he beats the dookie out of Lady Alvida, absolutely freaking shoves her face into the ground and kind of just murderalizes her. And then him and Kobe are off to go get Luffy his crew. All right, so they're gonna go get themselves a crew. They take this little boat, a little boat. I don't know. They take a boat and they go to the place where Zoro is being held, because oh no, it's Zoro, the pirate hunter. He's a really strong guy. He's like the best pirate hunter ever. So Luffy says, he's strong? Let's make him part of the crew. And so that's what he tries to do. So he goes to the, I can't remember the name of the place. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to look this up. Okay, it's called Shell's Town. I figured it out. And, we get to learn why Zoro is going to be executed. Because he's a pirate hunter, you'd think that the army would like him. And for the most part, they do. But what he did was he was at a bar or something like that. He was at a food place, right? And there was this spoiled brat because his dad is the army commander. Mind you, I could be getting things wrong. It has been a fat minute since I watched East Blue. I'm on Enies Lobby right now. But the spoiled brat of the kid of the leader of Shell's Town, the army guy. Basically, he gets everything handed to him. And when Roronoa Zoro tells him no for, I can't remember why, something to do with a kid. I think it was something to do with the kid. I think the kid was in trouble. Hold on. Okay, so I kind of looked it up because, my sister came in the room, so I figured, I'm pausing the recording anyway, so I'll just look it up real quick. So Zoro was going to get executed, or, he wasn't going to get executed, he was going to spend time, but I'll explain more of that later. Zoro was like set for execution because he attacked the General Morgan's kid. Because he was causing issues in a bar, and he was like, "Hey, yo, you knock that off." And then, he whined, cried, and then eventually he gets put in like this, like a freaking, almost like a crucifixion. He's like tied to like a pole where like basically no food, no water, nothing, just kind of sit there and try not to die challenge. And, as most people, he didn't like that very much. But the kid was, being the spoiled brat as he is, he was like, you only have to spend 2 weeks here, so you're chilling. You're chilling, Holmes. Like, you'll be fine. And then, the plan was never to just let him out after 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. It was actually just to let him sit there until he dies. He was going to die. Helmeppo never planned on letting him out because he's a spoiled piece of dookie. And so, Luffy comes up to Zoro and he's like, "Yo, I'll help you out of this position if you join my crew." And he's like, "Gang, I don't like pirates." And he's like, "I'm a different kind. I'm a cool pirate, gang?" Zoro wasn't messing around with it. Zoro basically sent him off on his way. Some other stuff happens. Don't ask me exactly what, because I can't recap this perfectly. Like I said, it's been like a year since I watched East Blue. And moral of the story is Zoro kind of just eventually folds when like he kind of finds out that he's gonna die there, and like he kind of needs Luffy's help. He's like, "Fine, I'll join your crew." Luffy and Zoro start busting some bums. They go take down General Morgan because he's a booty face. And then now Zoro's a wanted criminal. He's on the loose. And now we're going to go meet Buggy the Clown. So we go to this other place that's run by Buggy the Clown. Don't ask me the name of the city. I can't remember. And in comes this new character named Nami. Okay, she's kind of doing her own thing. And then eventually Luffy's like, "Wow, you can read maps? You should join our crew." And she's like, "No, I freaking hate pirates. Pirates are the worst." And so basically they like temporarily team up. They take down Buggy, freaking rub his face in the dirt because he's a meanie. And then she gets some treasure. And then they split ways. It wasn't, I think she just takes all the treasure, actually. Treasure. She takes treasure, and then they split ways because she's super greedy, which you'll find out the more you watch the show why, and further throughout this recap why. She's really greedy, though. So she gets the money, and then she's like, "Okay, peace, Holmes." I think. Did she try to leave? Something like... Oh my god, I don't remember East Blue at all. Hold on. I need a little... I don't want, like... this. Okay, yeah. I don't care about that. Orange Town. Yeah, this is Orange Town that I'm talking about. And like, yep. Oh, this is where we learn about Luffy's background too. Okay, so let me just go through that real quick. So we also learn about like while Luffy is fighting against Buggy, we learn about Luffy's background, which is pretty much he lived in a little village, and there was this guy named Shanks who was this super cool pirate with a straw hat, and he wanted to be on Shanks' crew, but since he was a kid, Shanks was like, "Nuh-uh, Holmes, you're too small for that." So one day they get a devil fruit, and they're like, "Man, I wonder if it's real. I'm so excited to eat this devil fruit." Well, Luffy, being the stupid kid he kind of just eats the fruit because yum, and it tasted horrible apparently. And then he was stretchy. They were kind of mad at him, but they were like, "Yo, that's kind of sick. The devil fruits work, huh? Like that's sick." And so eventually they leave on their way. Luffy's like, "No, take me with you," and they're like, "Sorry, gang." And Shanks does like that signature, like he takes off his hat and puts it on Luffy's head, and he's like, "You bring this back to me one day, Holmes." And they kind of go on their way. It was really cool. And then Luffy beats up Buggy the Clown after he disses on that hat, and then we find out that Buggy actually knew Shanks because they used to be on the same crew before they split ways because Shanks was like a good person. And Buggy was like a mean person. So they just didn't get along. Nami has stolen. Yeah, so she steals all of Buggy's gold, which then leads to them beating. And then they temporarily meet up, and she gives Luffy and Zoro the map of the Grand Line. Okay, yeah, that's right. Hold on, I have like a little recap over here because I don't remember some things. It was really long. And then we go into Syrup Village. By the way, we're not even halfway through East Blue yet. This video is going to be a little on the longer side, which is why I'm going to be using this recap a little bit. So, we go to Syrup Village, and we meet this character named Usopp. He's kind of lame, I'm not going to lie. He's this chronicle liar. He will lie about anything, but he has this group of kids. He hangs out with this group of kids. They're like his only friends because everybody else hates him because he lies so much. And they're on a pirate crew. They're like, rah, because they want to be pirates when they grow up. And Usopp's dad's a pirate. We'll get more into that later. And basically, it's kind of cool at first because you're like, wow, Usopp's just chilling. He's just a chill guy. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. And basically, it keeps going forward. Usopp's chill. He lies a lot. And eventually we get introduced to this character named Kaya, who's kind of bedridden. She's kind of sick. She can't really get up. She's just dying. Okay, it sucks to be her. Wah wah, get out of bed, loser. And so basically, so what he does is, since she can't really go do anything because, like, you know, she's rich, she's sick, freaking, she has a really boring life. He's like, yo, I'll tell you stories about my pirate adventures, knowing darn well that none of these stories are true. Kaya just kind of listens, and her and Usopp become very good friends. Usopp is really nice to this lady. And then we get, we learn about the butler, Klahadore. He's important, don't forget his name. And then basically, I really didn't. Luffy and Usopp, you know, they're kind of being stupid. They're kind of messing around, fooling around, doing stuff. And during the night, they hear Klahadore is actually Captain Kuro, and he has been on a plan to wait, I think it was 10 years, right? Hold on, let me read this real quick. It is not explaining it. I think it was 10 years he had to wait, okay? He had to wait 10 years of being this lady's butler, and then he was going to kill her so that he could inherit her fortune by making her write the will, or just forging the will. One of the two, I can't remember. So basically, his plan was to steal all of her money by killing her. And my camera's not focusing. Come on. There we go. So, he's mean. Not really a whole lot more to say about him. They fight. They all win, and what you get out of this is you get the sniper of the crew, which is Usopp. He joins the crew, and then they get the Going Merry, which is the ship that Kaya gives them because she wants to thank them for saving her life from the guy who was going to kill her. And moving forward into the Baratie arc, which is where we meet another crew member, Sanji. He's a cook on this restaurant on the ocean in the East Blue, and he wants to find the All Blue because he thinks it's real, but nobody else thinks it's real. But basically, the All Blue is going to be like this area of ocean where fish from every single part of the world exists, because you have the East Blue, the North Blue, the West Blue, the South Blue, probably one for all four, and then, you know, you have the Grand Line, which is where, like, the center of it all is, which is where the One Piece supposedly is. Ooh, foreshadowing. And then basically, Sanji's kind of just chilling. He's a cook. He's a really cool cook. One day, Luffy kind of just breaks the restaurant. I don't remember how he does it, but he breaks the restaurant because he's stupid. So he has to work off debt. So he starts working at Baratie for a little bit. Apparently, it's going to be 2 years, but he don't want to do that. And then eventually, this guy comes in who's like a crew member of a pirate team, and they're like, we can't serve to this guy. He's a no good scum. I think it's actually just like Don Krieg himself. Yeah, it's Don Krieg himself. So Don Krieg, he's like this big leader. He's like supposedly a really good pirate crew that's gonna like burn down the world or something. He's trying to find the One Piece too. They're all trying to become king of the pirates. And so what Don Krieg is gonna do is he's like, man, I'm a little hungry, fellas. Y'all got any food for me? And they're like, you're a pirate. If we give you food, you're gonna kill us. So we can't do that. But Sanji's like, nuh-uh-uh, we feed everyone. So Sanji makes him up some food. Lo and behold, he betrays them. He tries to kill everyone because, obviously, doesn't go over well very. It was not well received by the crew, and they kind of beat up Don Krieg, absolutely murderalize him, and then Luffy convinces Sanji to join the crew, and now we have a cook. We now have 5 people on the crew with Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Nami, and Sanji. Now things get crazy because in the middle of Bharati, Nami leaves. She skedaddles into the middle of nowhere. We don't know where she went. So now we're down a crew member. Now we have 4. Now that they have Sanji, they sail off to go to Arlong Park because I think that there was like some hint in Bharati that led them to thinking that they needed to go here. I don't remember what it was, but I think there was something. Or maybe they just kind of arrived there? Hold on. How did they get the information that they needed to go to Arlong Park? I don't know. Oh, I almost forgot Sanji's backstory. So Sanji's backstory is kind of cool. He how did? Oh, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I cannot remember why Sanji ended up on the island, but that doesn't matter. Moral of the story: Sanji ends up stuck on this little island with Chef Zeph or something like that. Yeah, the Zephyr. But basically, he's stuck on this island with Zeph, and so he's like, man, this sucks. And they're stuck on the island for so long that like they only have so much food, so they split it. So he gets one bag of food, and Zeph gets the other bag of food, and they survive this for like 30 days. And then eventually, Sanji's like super hungry, so he goes over to Zeph, and he's like, your bag's still full. You didn't share enough food with me. You gave me this small portion. Or no. He got like the big old bag, and then there was a smaller bag full of food for Sanji. And so, he's like, you freaking rat. You need to share some of your food. You still have so much. And then, he looks in the bag and he notices there was never food in it. It was always just gold. It was full of gold and money. And so he's like, wait, then how are you alive? And then he looks and he notices Zeph ate his own leg in order to survive, sacrificing food so that Sanji could live, the kid, and cutting off his own leg so that he could live as well. Eventually they get saved, they go back to the thing, and Sanji feels like he's in debt, so he feels like he can't leave Bharati, but after Zeph tells him to follow his dreams, he goes and joins Luffy's crew. Boom. Alright, now I don't remember how they got the information that they needed to go to Arlong Park, or if it was just a major league coincidence. Could have been either of the two. But they go to Arlong Park, finding out that, Nami is actually a part of a pirate crew. She's a part of Arlong Park's crew, and she is the map creator. She draws the map, she gets the money, and apparently if she pays off, how much is it? 100 million berries, she can buy back her village, because Arlong kind of just took over the village. He kind of came in, started taxing everyone, and if they didn't pay their taxes, they would be killed. Backstory for her is that was how her mom died, was that, they were poor, they never had a lot of money, so her and her sister, they were counted on her taxes. She could only pay for them to live, and so the mom got killed. And it was kind of terrifying for her, and she was traumatized. And basically, she joins the crew to keep her life, and starts making maps for them, and tries to get a bunch of money. Luffy eventually, Nami's like stabbing herself in the arm, and she's like, help me, Luffy, because like she has like a tattoo of Arlong here. She freaking stabs the dookie out of it in like the super like critically acclaimed scene. Let me see if I can find it. I just need to, here we go. I'm just gonna show this to y'all real quick. This scene is like super like, it's the scene from One Piece. Hold on. I know you can hear it, but you can't see it. Just trust me, I'm getting somewhere with this. PC recording? Okay, here we go. Shabam. God, this... Can I get like... Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Not this one. Wait, we ain't doing that one. Hold on. I just gotta show... God, this is worse. Isn't there a good version of it? Like... Okay, this is horrible. This is stupid. Come on, YouTube, don't be like that. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pause the recording until I find a friggin' decent video. Alright, here we go. I got you guys the notorious scene.
ルフィ。何よ、何も知らないくせに。
ああ、知らね
え。あんたには関係ないから。島から出てけって言ったでしょ。
ああ、言われた。
I'm gonna stop it there, but that is indeed not the end. It gets better. It's sick. It's actually amazing. It's really good. It's a really good scene. It's an amazing scene. It was like that one part in One Piece where everybody's like, maybe this show isn't Dookie with its pacing, because everything leading up to here was kind of just slow. It was kind of a drag. It was kind of just rinse and repeat the same stuff, you know. Bad guy, but then stuff starts to go crazy. She stabs the Dookie out of her arm. Eventually, she asks them for help, and they help. They beat the Dookie out of Arlong, and then she joins the crew for real this time, and now they have a navigator. And now we have Logue Town. The last arc of East Blue. Finally almost done here. So this is where Gol D. Roger was executed. The guy who hid the One Piece and all of his treasure for everyone to go find, and whoever finds it becomes the king of the pirates. Woohoo! And so basically, they go here. Everybody's like, wait a minute, and they pull out their posters of Luffy with like his 30 million bounty, and they're like, you're that guy that I'm supposed to arrest. And so they all try to get Luffy. It's kind of useless. Lady Alvida comes back, but now she's like, she ate like the something fruit. What fruit did she eat? She ate a fruit, and now she's got like a... She becomes typical One Piece character. Look at Nami or anyone. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Lady Alvida fruit? She ate the... I'll just show you guys what she looks like now. So she goes from being chunky wonky to this. Oh wait, y'all can't see this. So, oh god dang it. This. Boom. So now she looks like this. She ate like the smooth fruit or something. I don't remember. But she basically, yeah, the smooth fruit. I'm cooking. And so now she's like, Aruga, sight for sore eyes, you know. And so, other kind of just useless stuff happens. You got a lot of filler during Logue Town. Moral of the story is, Luffy was gonna get executed. He's like, I guess that's game. And then, you know, Jesus said, let him out this time. And so, you know, Chance, he gets away. They all escape, and now they're on their way to the Grand Line. Now we're moving on to Alabasta, which is the next arc I'll be recapping, which will probably not be tomorrow because this video took me 25 minutes. Holy Jesus. I had a lot of fun with this one, though. I really liked the One Piece East Blue. It was slow. It was pretty, like, some of those arcs where I went over pretty quickly were like 10 episodes. Baratie was like 12 or something. Too many episodes. The pacing is kind of dookie. It has anime or shonen recap syndrome, if you've ever seen Trash Taste. Basically, camera, boom. Basically, the way that it's going to do is it's going to play like a freaking 3-minute opening, and then you're going to get like 5 minutes of recap, 6 minutes of episode, 10 minutes of ending. It's kind of dookie, actually. But you learn to deal with it, and you get through One Piece episodes really fast if you start skipping them. But yeah, it's really good. It was not the best arc, and it does not get really good until Enies Lobby, which I'm not even done with yet. I'm pretty close. I'm on episode 308. I'm pretty far into Enies Lobby, if I do say so myself. So, yeah, it gets freaking crazy. It's a really good show, and I absolutely recommend it to anybody who really wants to watch it. Even if you don't, I still recommend it, as long as it's not your first anime, because it starts slow, and it really doesn't pick up. I thought it was a joke when people said that, like, guys, One Piece doesn't get good until, like, episode 300. You just gotta thug it out during all that time. I was like, nah, what are you talking about? Alabasta peak. No, it does not get good until Enies Lobby. When One Piece locks in, it locks in, and it's crazy. So, yeah, guys, just watch One Piece. Anyways, I don't really have a lot more to talk about, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.